Hello everybody and welcome to game 2 of our doubleheader against the Greenville Stars. Lucas Schulze alongside me, Mike Martin, and we're ready to start this second game. Sheboygan a winner in game 1, 6-0. Brad Reinflesch was dominant with his 16 strikeouts, no walks and only 2 hits given up. Sheboygan now is 7-7 in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League. Greenville drops to 3-9. Starting pitcher for Sheboygan in game 2 is Noah Emery. I'll go through the defense for Sheboygan, and then Lucas will go through the batting order for the Stars. Defensively, Sheboygan has Jimmy Jurgensen Noah Emery pitching, Alex Perez catching again. Jimmy Jurgensen's at first, Jacob Neese at second, Harry Stelt at third, and Chase Hanselman at short. In the outfield, Peyton Anderson in left, Gus Walker in center, and Alex Ames in right.
The batting order for the Greenville Stars very similar to game 1. Ethan Peters leads off again, followed by Camden Cunley. Brett Summer, the Star shortstop, hits third. Trent Foyt will be the cleanup batter. Then Joe Fisher will be back at first. Evan Mahan will be in right. Chase Schultz in left hitting 7th. Gavin Markert will be at second hitting 8th. And then rounded out will be Jake Wigman in center.
Peters batting now. It's game time temperature is 71 degrees. It remains sunny. Very nice day out there. If you get an opportunity, come on over to the ballpark, buy yourself a 50-50 raffle ticket, and maybe walk home with some extra cash. Tomorrow, Sheboygan will host the Chicago Warriors in a non-league doubleheader. Emery's ball is hit up the middle. Hanselman on the smooth pickup and makes the play. Peters is out. It's out number 1. Next up is Camden Cunley.
Different Chicago team for the A's, not the Clout, but the Warriors.
Cunley had one of the base hits for Greenville in the first game. He was 1 for 3 with a double. Hit that ball to deep left.
Sims almost made a really nice play on that ball too.
Doug Steinke is behind the plate this game, and Jamie Churn moves out to the bases. Pitches down low, evens the count at 1-1. Sheboygan now with 6 wins in a row. Trying to extend that. They had a tough go for to winning one of those 10. Now they're on a hot streak.
Yeah. Think about those 6 games. They've only given up 2 runs, one of them.
Wow.
And only one of them earned.
As long as you don't lose 1-0.
Yeah.
Ball's fouled off the screen. Two balls and 2 strikes on Cunley, the third baseman for Greenville. Sheboygan's defense is pretty much the same as last game, except for Anderson starting in left field and Emery on the mound. Ball's popped up. Jimmy racing over, but it's out of play. Noah making his 4th appearance of the year, his 3rd start. He's pitched 8 innings, has 13 strikeouts. Again, the bugaboo is the walks. In those 8 innings, he's walked 7 batters. Has a 3.38 ERA and a 1-0 record.
Ryan Flesh proved in the first game you don't got to play to your numbers. Walks.
Could we go a doubleheader without a walk? Jimmy navigating and catching for out number 2.
It's even more impressive when you look at the guys we'd have pitching if we'd have those 2 games without a walk.
Brett Summer, shortstop. He had the other hit for Greenville in game 1. With the win, Rhineflesh is now 3-3. And we didn't calculate his ERA, but it's down there now. Breaking pitch is inside. 16 Ks. "60 strikeouts on the year for Brad." Noah's good fastball up in the zone, and coming up empty on the swing was Summer.
Was that 38 2/3 now? For 38 1/3?
38 1/3, you're right. That's a pretty good ratio. Bouncing ball out to Hanselman, he backhands. Summer's almost falling as he runs down to first. He's out by a couple of steps, and that ends the first half inning for Greenville. After half inning of play, Greenville nothing. Sheboygan coming up.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Gus Walker is going to lead off for Sheboygan like he did in game 1, batting second. The shortstop, Chase Hanselman. Batting third and playing third is Harry Stelt. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Jacob Neese. Batting fifth, the catcher, Alex Perez. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Justin Schnell. Good to see him back in the order. He's been hurt, not able to play defense yet, but can bat. Batting seventh is Peyton Anderson. He did a lot of coaching over at first base. He's in left today in this game. Jimmy Jurgensen is hitting eighth and playing first, and batting ninth, the right fielder, Alex Ames. You got the defense?
Yep. Defense for the Stars from left to right in the outfield is Schultz, Wigman, and Mahan. And then around the horn in the infield is at third base for the Stars is Cunley. And then it'll be Summer, Markert, and Foyt. And then the battery of Ethan Peters and Bo Anderson, who finished off the last game for the Stars, and he went 1 2/3 innings, had 3 hits, gave up 3 hits and an earned run on no walks and 1 strikeout.
Anderson being rewarded for his efforts in that first game with a start in this game. Gus was 0 for 3 in the first game, but did have a couple of stolen bases and scored a run. Takes that pitch low. Evens the count at 2-2. Just starting game 2 of our doubleheader. Sheboygan a winner in game 1, 6-0. Slow roller out to Fisher, and like he did in game 1, made that first out unassisted. Chase Hanselman is next. Hanselman had a double in the last game. Sheboygan had 3 doubles last game. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 2 of them came in the same inning.
Pitch goes back to the backstop, bounces right back to the catcher Peters, and he throws it back out to the pitcher.
We've had some weird games so far this year. We've gone from the Sussex game, which was how many walks? It was in the 20s at least.
Was that the 4-hour 11
Yep.
minute game?
And then we go from this last game where Anderson, who came in for Hunter, didn't even have a walk in. Ryan Flesh didn't have a walk either.
Another ball fouled out of play. Count remains 2-2. Hanselman trying to get Sheboygan started. Beautiful day out here. Sean's in the house. A lot of the old timers back here. By the way, the old timers have their annual picnic on Tuesday, starting about 6 o'clock in the pavilion area. The public is welcome to come. All you got to do is pay your $10. 3-2 pitch coming up. Line drive, base hit out to right field. Hanselman with a good stroke, driving it to left, right field.
That's a really good piece of hitting, taking the opposite field, hitting into the holes where the players aren't.
That brings up Harry.
Third baseman, number 19, Harry Spell.
Harry had a couple RBIs in that first game. Had a good rip at that. You don't see Harry swing at the first pitch very often, like he did.
Another thing you don't see very often is having a multiple RBI game without having a hit.
Yeah, right. Jason Sims trotting over to the first base coach's box. Kenny Nazy over at third. Pitches outside, throw down. And they got Hanselman trying to steal. Good throw by Peters. You called that in game 1, Lucas.
Yeah, he had a couple nice throwdowns in between innings, and that was a beautiful throw right on the money there.
Count is even at 1-1. Harry with a mighty swing, but came up empty. In case you're wondering, Greenville is northwest of Appleton, just a few miles out of town. Line drive down the left field line, fair ball. Schultz with the good play, fires it back in. Harry has to hold up with a single. Jacob Neese
He was one of those doubles you're talking about in the first game. Or he had 2 doubles, actually.
Yeah, Jacob with a pair of doubles in the last game. One of them produced an RBI. And off of those 2 doubles, Jacob scored 2 runs.
He almost had 3 hits, too. He had that liner that kind of hung in the air.
Yeah, they're right. The one to left field, wasn't it?
Yep.
Everybody thought it was a base hit except the left fielder. Two balls and 1 strike. Harry taking a short lead at first. There's a ball hit real hard out in the center, but making the catch was Mahon, and that ends the first for Sheboygan. No runs on 2 hits. After 1 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then, Dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Leading off the second inning for the Stars will be Trent Foyt. Just looking at the defense for Greenville. 6'5" Emery. He's a big boy. Lucas, wouldn't you like to be 6'5"?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
How tall are you?
6.
6 right on the head,
yeah.
okay. Any more growth spurt left in you?
No, I don't think so. Maybe 6'1" at the max.
I got Foyt should be up. Okay, it's yep.
Yeah.
There they go. We could almost had an easy out. Trent Foyt, number 21, is batting, but who came up to hit was the 5th hitter, Joe Fisher. Manager noticed the disruption right there and got it squared away. I was looking at the sheet from the last game, and Wegman was in right. This game he's in center, so they did do a little change on us. Foyt in game one had a tough go of it. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Drilled that one hard, but foul. Just over the fence into the bullpen area.
Can we give out golden sombreros in between 2 games, or is it just the 1 game thing?
Boy, I don't know.
4 strikeouts?
Yeah, I think it has to happen in 1 game. You had it ready, though.
Yeah.
Breaking pitch is in there for call, strike 3. Great pitch by Noah. That brings up Joe Fisher.
First baseman number 8, Joe Fisher.
It's amazing how Joe Fisher in game 1 was Joey Fisher.
Yeah. A little more professional.
Formal, yeah, a little more formal. But anyway, we go with what the manager writes on the scorecard. At least most of the time.
Yeah.
Not every time, but most of the time. Actually, what we're trying to do at this end of the table, Lucas, is keep up with Bill on the other end of the table. What was interesting about Bill is he lost his perfect game before the game even started. But that happens. No, start of the day. Kunke messed up on the pronunciation. Had to correct himself. But that's okay. First mistake of the season. That's about as accurate as your umpire evaluating. Hey, you know, I agree with you totally. The outside was wide open for strikes, but he was calling it both ways. Three-one count to Fisher. Ooh, hefty swing and a miss.
Fisher had trouble in game 1 too. He struck out looking twice.
Oops. That ball's drilled to left. Racing back is Anderson. And that one's out of here. A home run for Joe Fisher. Line drive, got out of here in a hurry. And Greenville's on the board first time today. I don't know about you, Lucas, but Fisher looks bigger as he crossed home plate after that home run.
Yeah.
Kind of small at bat, but it just seemed like he grew up as he ran around the bases.
Grew a little taller.
Evan Mahan up. Evan is in right field this ball game. Good fastball by Emery for strike 1.
Emery was looking really good up until the home run. He just got to retire the first 4. Hopefully that home run doesn't throw him off of his rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. First time today that Sheboygan is trailing. Bouncing ball up the middle. That's going to find a hole and get through. Hanselman made a diving stop out in the short center, but was in no position to make a play or a throw. Chase Schultz is up.
Left fielder, number 1, Chase Schultz.
Schultz playing left field, as he did in game 1. First pitch is a ball. There's one out. We're in the second inning. A home run by Fisher has given Greenville a 1-0 lead. 2-0 count to Schultz.
Schultz, like many other of the Stars, struck out multiple times in game 1.
What's interesting is that as we look at that score sheet from game 1 and you get to batters 6, 7, 8, and 9, they only came to bat twice. So Brad prevented Greenville from turning over their lineup.
Yeah. And those guys were 0 for 8 with 6 strikeouts.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Pitch is up for ball 4. And with one out, Greenville now has runners on first and second. Gavin Markert is up.
Perez looking probably just to kind of calm down Emery after giving up the home run. He's given up a single and a walk.
That's 3 batters in a row Greenville has put on base, and they didn't even come close to that against Rheinflesch.
Only 2 batters total were on base last game.
Emery trying to work out of a jam. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch inside almost hit Markert. Wind blowing out towards left gently. There's a strike, evens the count. It makes it 1-2.
Emery don't want to let this get any worse than 1. Keep the A's in the game.
Call, strike 3. Another strikeout for Noah in the inning. Both of them called strike 3s. That brings up Jake Wegman.
Center fielder, number 5, Jake Wickman.
You know, I'm a little concerned, Lucas, because in in the first game, we did have 6 hits and 3 doubles, but I never felt like we really got, you know, a beat on their pitching, you know,
Yep.
where they were hitting it hard a lot of times. And some of that was the walks, I know, and hit by pitches, but still, we have to hit a little better.
That's why if you're Emery, you don't really want to let this get any worse than what it is.
Yeah, don't make your offense work any harder than it has to.
Especially, Bowie Anderson was pretty solid in his inning and 2/3 too.
He did all right. See what Noah does with this 0-2 pitch. Is he going to go right after him or try to get him to chase?
I'm saying he's gonna make him chase.
The heater right down Main Street and swing and a miss, and that ends the Greenville second, but not before they come up with a run. After an inning and a half, it's Greenville 1, Sheboygan nothing.
Whenever you shop Meyer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Sheboygan will host the Chicago Warriors in a non-league doubleheader tomorrow here at Wildwood Park. It'll be a Meyer Family Day. We'll make every effort to get out here. A lot of extra special things to do with that promotion. And then Sheboygan will host the Milwaukee Heavy Hitters on Tuesday, July 9th. That's before they head off to Menasha on Wednesday, and that's next couple of games in the A's schedule. Doubleheader tomorrow, home game on Tuesday, and then off to Menasha on Wednesday. Perez takes that breaking pitch for a strike. Alex had an RBI single in the first game. It was 1 for 3.
Something that maybe can get him right hitting wise.
You know, his favorite artist or song is Peso Pluma. You familiar with that?
No.
Yeah, me either. Favorite food? Shout out to his dad. His dad's steak tacos. That sounds good.
Yeah.
You can invite me over anytime you want, Alex.
Guy we haven't seen in a while up to bat, Justin Schnell.
Yeah, Justin Schnell is an outstanding defensive catcher, but injuries have limited him. Limited his playing time. Steps in hitting an even .250. This is only Justin's 9th game of the year.
I think he was the one that also got hit on that line drive foul and hit him in the back. Remember that? When he was at third?
Vaguely.
I think
It
that was
wasn't when he was batting, huh?
No, he was at third.
Okay. He was a runner at third? Okay.
I Thought that was it.
Justin on a check swing, foul that ball back. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Perez on at first. Another check swing, fouled back. In Justin's 20 at-bats, he has drawn 4 walks and 2 doubles out of his 5 hits. Another check of the swing on that low pitch. That makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perez not much of a base stealing threat over at first. Bo Anderson thought he was.
Keep him honest over there.
Bo Anderson, good looking right-hander for the Stars. So Lucas, what do you think of their uniforms?
I like them. I like the blue and the red. I think it looks really nice. That pinstripes on there too, kind of? No? I don't know.
Sometimes when they're in the batting circle and we get a little closer view, their jerseys are kind of shiny.
Yeah. Maybe the net just makes it look like they got stripes on it.
Justin takes that pitch down low, makes the count 3-2. Good eye by Justin. See if Perez is on the move with this 3-2 pitch. Pitch fouled off.
A little bit of a different looking lineup for the A's today. Schnell and Anderson, and Ames really doesn't play all that much.
Exactly. And I think we may have made mention in the first game is that a lot of that is dependent on who shows up.
Yep.
You know, there are several players that aren't here today that maybe in the starting lineup if they were.
Tillman and Zackerson, just to name a few.
Peyton Anderson up. Peyton appearing in his 10th game. Seen limited action. He's only has 12 at-bats.
He's had a couple of those pinch hit opportunities and blowout games a little bit.
Line drive right past the glove of the third baseman. Conkey looked at it as it went down on his glove and then it bounced away. I almost think that has to be an error. I know if you talk to Evan, he'd say he should have made that play.
Maybe he was thinking about the double play before he had the ball in his glove.
Very good point, and I think that's what he was doing. Camden Conkey. That brings up Jimmy. Bases loaded, nobody out. Good patience by Jimmy, not to just swing away at that first pitch, took it for a ball. Anderson having trouble all of a sudden finding the strike zone.
He didn't even have a walk in his inning and 2/3 in the first game. He's got 2 this inning.
Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Interesting selection of pitches, Lucas.
Yeah.
Throwing a breaking ball, no balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded.
Guess that's just the pitch he's got the most confidence in right now. Probably not.
Go ahead.
Probably not going to throw a pitch that you don't got a lot of confidence in. 2-0 with the bases loaded.
Jimmy with a good eye, let that one go. Perez is going to slide in, and he'll score on the wild pitch. And the other runners move up.
they sure have scored a lot of runs on wild pitches recently.
Yeah, they're not traditional base hit run scores. It's sacrifice flies, wild pitches. Infield moves up. Great opportunity for Jimmy to sneak one through. Line drive, base hit to right field, a line drive single. And they're going to send the runner from second in, and he'll score. Anderson, so Schnell scores from third base, pardon me, and Anderson comes all the way around from second to score. And it's a 3-run inning for Sheboygan. Give Jimmy a 2 RBI single.
Right fielder, number 6, Alex Ames.
That brings up the number 9 hitter, Alex Ames. Greenville manager coming out to talk to his pitcher. Lucas, we've been talking about things that can help pick Jimmy up, get him back on track. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Base hit, 3-1 especially, Could have just taken the walk, take a pitch, but instead he drives one to right field.
So the first 3 batters to come up this inning, Perez, Schnell, and Anderson, have all scored. Jimmy's over at first. So the first 4 batters for Sheboygan have all reached base. Let's see if Alex can keep that going. Alex had a hit in the first game.
A lot of solid contact off of Anderson. I mean, he did get the chase caught stealing, and he had a line out from Neese.
Anderson's first pitch, a breaking ball, is in for a strike. Jimmy taking a short lead off of first. Ball gets right through the 5-hole. Peters has to chase it bound. Give a pass ball to the catcher. Of course, it was a little bit. Yeah, he should have had that, huh?
Huh?
Wild pitch, pass ball.
I'm saying pass ball now.
Okay. Bill's vote doesn't count. We know CJ's going for a pitch. Oh no, he wants the wild pitch too, being a former catcher. How about an error on the pitcher? The pitch looked pretty good, but it was called ball. That evens the count at 2-2 for Alex Ames. Jimmy over at second base. Good fastball by Anderson, but Ames able to spoil it. Gus Walker waiting on deck.
Ames did have a hit in game 1. It'd be nice if you get another one to extend this lead.
Slow roller right in front of the mound. Anderson picks it up and throws to first for the out, and Jimmy, doing some real nice heads-up running, is able to advance to third.
It's always big getting a runner to third base with less than 2 outs.
Gus Walker hit that roller to Fisher at first. I think if he hits that same ball again, that would not score Jimmy. Gonna have to hit a little bit further. And again, the infield is in. See if Gus can roll one through. Sheboygan has 3 runs so far. Pitch in there for a strike. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Having infield in, it gives you a little bit more room to maybe sneak one through that you wouldn't have had before.
Gus fighting it off. Good pitch by Anderson on the hands. Gus could only foul it off. Evens count at 2-2. Gus, a good contact hitter.
That's what you want from your leadoff hitters, you know, be able to make contact, get on base.
Gus with 18 walks on the season. 3-2 pitch coming up. Line drive foul right off the screen in front of the Greenville dugout.
Walk's not the worst thing in the world for the Stars, you know. Gives you the ability to back up your defense, set up for the double play ball that could get you out of the inning.
You know what? If Gus walks, I'll bet he's stealing on the first pitch.
That too. And you got to bring him all the way back in.
Umpire Doug Steinke giving Anderson a new ball. I know we mentioned it in game 1, but it's different to see the umpires in red. We haven't seen that this season. It's the first time. They look good out there.
Can't say blue.
No, can't say blue. Another 3-2 pitch for Gus. Ball hit out to center field. Left fielder ranging over though. He makes the catch. Jimmy tagging. And he'll score. Sacrifice fly to left field for Gus Walker. Produces another Sheboygan run. They now lead 4-1. Chase Hanselman singled his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on base. Hanselman has been filling in at shortstop for the injured Riley Palmquist, and Chase has done an outstanding job. Slow roller to third, pickup, and it's going to be an infield single. Tough play for Kunke.
You think
Go ahead.
You think Chase is going to try to steal another base?
I just looked at my sheet and saw that he was thrown out the last time he tried to steal, but I think it'd be a good play actually. Try to get himself in scoring position for Harry. I mean, it's not like we're trailing, we're up by 3 runs. Harry sends one out to right center field. And the right fielder makes the catch, and that ends the second inning. But not before Sheboygan puts 4 runs on the board, and after 2 complete, Sheboygan on top, 4-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Of those 4 runs that Sheboygan scored in their half of the second, only 2 were earned. And Emery will face Ethan Peters, the leadoff hitter for Greenville, to start the third. And I know you mentioned this in other games that we've done, Lucas, that in a 7-inning game, it's important to grab the lead early.
Yeah, I mean, shorter amount, only 21 outs compared to 27. You know, it's just that much more important to be out early.
Peter is grounded to short. His first at bat. Emery with 39 pitches as we start the third. Ground ball to Jimmy. He goes down to one knee and takes it to the base himself. Good play by Jimmy.
We've seen a lot of 3 unassisted today.
Yes.
All from the leadoff hitters.
I was going to mention too about Noah's second inning. He threw 24 pitches. That's the most pitches of any inning by an A's pitcher today. But great start to the third inning on a first pitch ground out. Hunky swinging early, falls that straight back. Those unis kind of remind me of St. Louis Cardinals.
What is?
They would have the powder blue.
Oh, yep. Still got those jerseys.
And they have the red, the red
Yep.
trim. Good fastball, but just a bit outside.
Phillies used to have jerseys, blue jerseys back in the day.
Yeah, powder blue, you're right. I think the powder blue looks better on Greenville.
Yeah.
Line drive to short right. Coming in and making a catch is Ames. Good play by Alex. That brings up Brett Summer.
Seen a home run in this game, but it wasn't from the power guy Summer.
Yeah, right. Although when Fisher hit that one out, he looked like a power guy. Nice breaking ball by Noah for a strike one. Crowd is thinned out. If any people watching at home want to come over, we got room for you. I think Brett fouled that one off the mask of Alex Perez, the catcher. No ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Fastball down the middle, it's bounced to short again. A throw by Hanselman is way off the mark. Looked like a pretty easy put out, but Summers reaches on the E6.
Not something we've seen from Hanselman so far this year. Inaccurate throws. He's really been pretty consistent.
Sheboygan had one error in the first game. They played a pretty clean game, but again, going back to Reinfleisch and his 16 strikeouts, there weren't a whole lot of opportunities.
Very few balls put in play.
The ball went out of play, so Summers gets awarded second base. Foyt, the DH, is up. Trent, where's that number 21, proudly on his back. I tried to check his swing, but couldn't. No balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Joe Fisher. No ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Called, strike 3, and that ends the third inning. After 2.5, Sheboygan on top, 4-1.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
We're entering the bottom of the third inning, and leading it off for Sheboygan will be Jacob Neese. But want to remind you, we got our trivia question all lined up, ready to go in the fourth inning. So look forward to that. We do have a new pitcher.
Oh.
Bill, we got a name on this guy?
Chase Schultz.
Chase Schultz.
So that means there's a defensive change. Means there's a new player in left.
Okay, Schultz moves from left field to pitching. A little bit of a tough outing for Anderson, especially that second inning. Schultz, first delivery is up high. Schultz, a little guy, throws pretty good. That ball is popped up to center field. And it drops in there, a base hit. Hit him where they ain't, and that's what Jacob did.
That's his third hit in today, combined the two games.
That's a pretty good day.
And both of his outs have been lineouts.
Yeah, so the 3 hits, 2 doubles and a single, that's pretty good. Anderson went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, but only 2 of those were earned. He walked 2, and those were the 2 earned runs. The 2 walks, had no strikeouts. Pitch is a called strike. Jacob on the season has 1 stolen base, and he's been thrown out once. Alex takes that pitch just off the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1.
Perez started that rally in the last game with the walk.
He ended up scoring on a wild pitch. We were talking about that during the break, that a run that scores on a wild pitch can be an earned run, where a runner that scores on a pass ball, that can never be an earned run.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Alex. A good fastball by Schultz, but Alex able to fight it off. Schultz taking his time out there. Throw down by Peters is not in time. The throw was there, it was just off the mark. He had another opportunity to throw out a base stealer.
I think he had him too. If it was more on line, he definitely would have had Neese at second.
Why do you think Peters is so good at that? I mean, what is he doing right?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a big part of it is quick pop time.
Yep.
You know?
Tell the people what good pop time means. Oh, line drive out to right. Right fielder misjudges it, but he comes over now and makes the catch. And Nice able to advance to third on the fly out to right. So what is pop time?
Pop time is really the time the ball comes from your glove, and it's till you throw it.
So the catcher's glove.
Yep. You want it to be, I think it's under 2 seconds. Is that around where it is? I'm pretty sure.
You could measure my throws to second base in days. Justin Schnell up. He walked and scored in that 4-run second. It was a good rip at that first pitch, fouled it straight back.
A lot of catchers nowadays more go for the one hop rather than the straight line to second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That takes longer, though.
Not really, though. You don't have to. You do it from your knees much easier, and the one hop sometimes it might slow down the throw a little bit, but it's much more predictable.
Infield coming in again, trying to prevent that run from scoring over at third. Jacob Nice over there. Pitch is called a strike. I can't read that. Is it 2-2 now?
2-2,
yeah. Must be. He fouled one back. Justin Schnell up, trying to get that run home. Takes that pitch low. Boy, it looked pretty good.
Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Peyton Anderson waiting on deck. Justin going to left field. It drops in for a base hit. That'll score Jacob Nice. Nice piece of hitting by Schnell. And Sheboygan adds to their lead. It's now 5-1.
Good hitting by the A's with runners in scoring position so far today. Jimmy Jerkinson had a nice 2-run RBI single.
Anderson swings at that first pitch, fouls it back. Nice reached on a single, stole second, went to third on a fly ball to right, and then scored on Justin Schnell's single. Anderson with a mighty swing and a miss. Guys down the way are trying to figure out the defense. We know Schultz went from left field to pitching, but we don't have who filled in for him and some of the other changes that may have taken place. Ball popped up in foul play, and Fisher actually had a play on it, but couldn't get it.
It's tough right by the net, you know. Don't want to run into the net, especially the concrete down there too.
Yeah, it doesn't have much give to it.
No.
Anderson calling time at home plate. There's one out. We got to run in. We're in the third inning. Line drive by Anderson right down the left field line. That's fair. That'll put runners on second and third on a nice hit by Peyton Anderson.
Maybe if that's to right, you'd think about sending Schnell, but obviously not when it's to left.
Remember that other ball he hit was right at, just tipped over at the third baseman, got charged with an error, but the point is he's pulling everything.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, chance to make it a 4 RBI day.
Or maybe 5.
Yeah, there you go. He's due.
More than due.
Jimmy hammered that one high and deep and foul. Oh boy, he got all of that one.
Very similar spot to the opposite field that Chase had. Kind of that same area, but in left.
I think Jimmy made Schultz nervous. That was a good pitch to go to right. Jimmy tried to do that, but fouled it off instead. Three hits so far in the third inning. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schnell's on third. Anderson with his double is on second. Pitch outside and low. Infield in again. Jimmy fighting that one off. Fouls it off. Michael Martinez over at first base coaching. Kenny Nazy over at third. Oh, that pitch hit Jimmy right in the ankle. And he'll reach, and that'll load the bases for Alex Ames. I think we had 2 of those in the first game, and now 1 in the second game. It's 3 hit by pitches for the A's in the doubleheader so far.
A lot of traffic on the bases this game, the past 2 innings
exactly.
especially.
2 on in the first and 5 in the second, and now 4 more here. And Ames almost got hit by a pitch. Got to lean into that one. Yeah. We got ice. Pitch a little bit low. Makes it 2-0. Breaking pitch is in there. Nice pitch by Schultz.
Back of your mind, you kind of think about you got bases loaded, you're up 4. You kind of think about that run rule maybe if you clear the bases here.
Ooh, high and tight. Chin music there. Makes it 3-1.
You were saying Ames is one of the team leaders in hit by pitches, weren't you?
Ames hit by pitch. Yeah, 6. Tied with Gus for 6. Pitch is inside. Ball 4. Another run for Sheboygan. Everybody moves up. Anderson now on third. Jimmy's out at second. And Alex Ames, with that walk, goes to first and collects an RBI for his efforts. Gus Walker is up next Gus 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly out to left field.
I think you gotta go with the idea of taking early, especially the way that.
I agree with you on that point. One, two. It's 6-1, and we still have the bases loaded and still only one out. Schultz really struggling. Interesting now, the middle infielders have moved back. First and third are still up, so that tells me they're looking for the double play if they can get it. That pitch is in there for a strike.
They got Hanselman on deck, who's got 2 hits today.
It only gets worse for Greenville. Another breaking ball. Yeah, I mentioned it when Anderson, or was it Hunter, their first pitcher in game 1, throwing breaking balls, you know, in situations like this. And he came with another one. It's like you said, if he feels comfortable with it, throw it.
Yeah, I guess so. Not many people when they're struggling do, but apparently Schultz does.
Walker battling up there, trying to get Sheboygan a couple more runs. That pitch is way outside. Now it's 3-2.
Saved a run there, for sure.
In the doubleheader, Ethan Peters, the Stars catcher, has had his work. Pitchers have made him work hard, and he's done a pretty good job back there. Pitch is down low, another breaking ball, but Schultz not able to get it in the strike zone, and with the walk, Sheboygan scores another run.
Shortstop number 5, Chase Hanselman.
Which batter did Schultz face first? Was
Nice.
Who?
Nice. Oh, Schultz.
Oh, that's right. He started the inning.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drive out to deep right, way back there. Right fielder makes the catch, but another run will score. Good piece of hitting by Hanselman, getting the run home. Fly ball to deep right.
Off the bat, I don't know what it was for me. I thought that was going to the gap.
I did too. I thought it was going to be extra bases. Ames on the fly out, advances to third. Walker stays at first, but you got to imagine he's going to be trying to steal a base right away. Here he goes. Here he takes the pitch. And good play by Greenville. Cut off the throw to second base by the catcher and then throw back home to get the third out. But in the process, Sheboygan scores 4 more runs, and they lead it 8-1.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Getting ready to start the top of the fourth inning. Joe Fisher, who homered his first time up, is going to lead off the inning. Sheboygan on top 8-1. They scored 4 in the second, 4 more in the third, and hopefully they're well on their way to a win.
Yeah.
Did you hear the question?
Huh? I did not hear the question. So I was trying to listen for. Oh, speaking of question.
It is trivia time. We're in the top of the fourth inning. I'll give you the question, and then in the bottom half, we'll give the answer.
Yep.
All right. The question is, at the end of the movie, The Sandlot, Benny the Jet Rodriguez plays for what major league team? So at the end of the movie, The Sandlot, Benny the Jet Rodriguez plays for what team? Lucas will give you the answer to that at the bottom half of the fourth. Fisher, first pitch swinging, pops it up in foul ground. Jimmy has it and makes the catch. One pitch out.
Second pop-up for Jimmy today.
Evan Mahan, who singled after Fisher's homer in the second, is up next. Evan was 0 for 2 in game 1. Good fastball by Emery, threw it right by Evan. Evan playing in right field today. In this game, I should say. He was in center field in game 1. Line drive out to deep right. Oh, I think Ames took a real bad angle on it, Lucas, the way it looked. It's going to go for a double.
Hey, he caught it, Marty. He caught it.
Really? Oh, my. Well, I got an excuse, and it's legitimate. The pole was right in my way. I saw him go over. It looked like the ball was going to sail over his head, but sorry about that, fans.
It is also tough with the white signs, you know, and the white jersey and everything. Yeah, yeah.
All right, thanks for the help, guys. It's a team effort up here, you know. That was gone a long time ago, Bill. You never listened to me. Chase Schultz, who moved from left field to pitcher, is up. He drew a walk. Things looked a little hairy for Emery in that second inning. They had a home run, and then it was followed by a single and a walk, but no problem. Strike out the next 2 batters, and like Lucas said when we were exiting, he struck out the side.
Not in order, of course.
Schultz in the first game was 0 for 2.
Look at the stat line. Emery's been pretty good, you know. He's only given up the 2 hits and that 1 homer,
Right.
of course. Just the 1 walk.
And we mentioned about, 7 walks in 8 innings. He's only walked 1 so far today.
Yeah, 2.
Make that 2 so far today. But there are 2 outs. Gavin Markert is up. Gavin playing at second base again this game. First pitch swing is popped up into foul territory. Jimmy giving chase, and he reaches back and makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out of the 4th inning. Greenville doesn't come up with any runs after 3.5. It's Sheboygan 8, Greenville 1.
Whenever you shop Meyer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Welcome back to Wildwood Park for the bottom of the fourth inning, and we got to get to our trivia question answer. The question was, at the end of the movie The Sandlot, Benny the Jet Rodriguez plays for what MLB team? The answer is the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I heard your brother got that right.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, he's a smart guy. Nobody else in the press box knew that. CJ says, I like all the way you assume we're listening, and of course they aren't. They might have got it right. Tomorrow, the A's will host the Chicago Warriors in a non-league doubleheader. That'll start at 1 o'clock. And then Sheboygan will host the Milwaukee Heavy Hitters on Tuesday, July 9th, before going to Menasha on Wednesday. One other quick announcement. On August 18th at Town and Country, the Sheboygan A's will have their annual golf outing, the Snipe. For sign-up information, check the Sheboygan A's website. Harry was up to bat when, there's a ball hit to deep left field, way back there, and way out of here. Harry Stelt with a long home run, his second of the season.
Wow.
You know what that is, Lucas?
It's a Sheboygan honor.
You got it.
Multi-hit game for Harry. That's about what he needs right now.
Hopefully that is the beginning of a hot streak for Harry and get his batting average up where it normally is. But a long home run. Left fielder just watched it go out. Brings up Jacob Neese. Schultz with the first pitch strike. Schultz has given up 4 hits in his time on the mound this game. He's also walked 2 batters and hit a batter. Not a good outing. Not able to check his swing. Jacob Neese is a strikeout victim. Alex Perez is next, we think.
There he is.
Alex late getting to the batter's box.
Catcher number 27, Alex Perez.
Hey, Bill, did we ever figure out who took Schultz's spot in left?
I think that's Foyt.
Okay, so Foyt moves from DH to left field. I think that everybody else stayed where they were for Greenville.
Just allowed Schultz to keep his spot in the order. That's probably why they did that.
Right. And I was just thinking, doesn't it feel good to have everything squared away?
Yeah.
Now we know. down low. Alex 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Sheboygan looking to go 8-7 in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League with a win in this game and a doubleheader sweep. If the score stays the way it is, Greenville would drop to 3-10. It's been a tough season for them. They're perched in last place.
It's tough, you know, first year in the league, you know, everything's new, so.
Sheboygan won the first game 6-0. Alex draws a 1-out walk. Schnell having a nice day from the DH spot. The walk and a run scored and an RBI single and a run scored.
He is the run roll run, kind of.
He's the guy.
Yeah. He could make it the 10-run game.
It's 9-1 right now. If Justin were to hit a home run, that would get us to the threshold. Six for 21 is 2 for 7. It's about 278 or so.
286.
286 for Justin as he is hitting right now. Also upped his RBIs to 5. We mentioned Justin has been dealing with injury issues and that prevents him from catching. He's an outstanding defensive catcher. And Justin goes down swinging. Schultz trying to bounce back from that long Harry Stelt home run. Kunke, the third baseman, moves back. In Peyton's first at-bat, he had a scalding line drive that Kunke probably should have made the play, but didn't. And then in Peyton's second at-bat, he drilled a double down the left field line, so he's been pull happy so far. Fisher runs over but can't make a play. Anderson playing left field. Swinging a foul tick. Perez was on the move, but he'll have to go back.
I wonder if he's going to be going 2 pitches in a row.
I know, that's a lot of running.
Yeah.
Anderson from Port Washington, Wisconsin, plays on the UWM club team. Pitch called a strike, throw down, and that's out number 4. Just make it 3 outs. Anderson is called out on strikes at home plate. And Sheboygan does come up with another run. They now lead Greenville 9-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Couple of defensive changes for Sheboygan. Jason Sims is now playing second base for Jimmy Jurgensen, who's out of the game, and Jacob Neese moves from second base over to first. And then, is that it? Oh, Michael Martinez is in for Alex Ames in right field. So, Jake Wegman is leading off for Greenville in the 5th inning. Sheboygan with a big lead in this one. Joey Fisher hit a home run in the 2nd inning to give Greenville a 1-0 lead, and since that point, Sheboygan has scored 9 unanswered runs.
Tough, you know, you're coming off a real struggle in game 1 against Rhineflesh, and you get the first run. Think maybe you could add on, but you find yourself down by 8 runs a couple innings later.
It's been all about the pitching for Sheboygan today, although they've done some pretty good hitting in this game too. They did have 3 doubles in game 1, but only 6 hits. Line drive out to center field, and that drops in front of Gus for a single. Nice piece of hitting by Jake Wegman. Ethan Peters up next. Peters has had a tough go of it batting-wise, but has been tested, and I think he passed the test behind the plate.
He's at just about every spot you possibly could think of.
Slow roller out to short, flip to second, and the runner is safe. Sims with an error, not able to make the catch. That should have been an easy one.
Yep. They weren't going to get 2, but at least the 1 would have been nice.
Another error for Sheboygan. It's their second in the ball game. Camden Kunke is up next. Emery in that 4th inning only threw 9 pitches. And that was the 2nd inning in a row where he had only 9 pitches. Coming into the 5th inning, he only had 57, which is really good. But his defense is going to cost him some extra pitches this inning. Foul tick. Lucas and Kunke did have a double in the 7th inning of game 1 to join the hit parade for Greenville. Nice breaking pitch by Noah. Greenville with runners on 1st and 2nd and nobody out. Pitch gets right past Alex Perez. Runners are going to advance to second and third on the pass ball.
Other than the inning that Emery struck out the side, he's only got one strikeout in that game in the third. Makes it 4 total.
Right. Yeah, it's a little different story this game, you know, where the defense wasn't tested very much because of all the strikeouts. This game, they've had to be, well, they are more active. Talking about the defense being active, Jimmy Jurgensen, while he was in the ball game, was tested. He had 3 foul pop-ups that he caught, and then he had another unassisted play that he took to first for an out, and a walk. Loads the bases with nobody out. Things are getting interesting.
Not the guy you want at the plate either. Summer.
No, he's their, looks to be their best player. Summer grounded out to short, and then should have been out his second time up. He grounded another one to Hanselman, but the throw was bad. That was Sheboygan's first error of the game. Emery looking to get back in the groove. Good little change of pace, breaking ball. Summers swung and missed. Bouncing ball to short in the hole. And a nice play by Hanselman to get the force at second. Boy, that was an outstanding effort, Lucas.
That was I thought that was going to get through, first of all. And then... yeah.
Summer reaches on a fielder's choice and gets an RBI, but Sheboygan does get an out, and that's important. Peters advanced to third. Summer is on first base. It'll be interesting to see how Greenville does this, if they're going to try to advance Summer. Trent Foyt is up. It's now 9-2. A good job by Perez to knock it down. Summer on that wild pitch will advance to second, however. And Greenville in a good spot here with runners on second and third and only one out.
Good thing is we're up 7.
Yes. We're in the top of the 5th of a 7-inning game. Ball hit right by home plate. It's foul.
Not the quickest moving game today, Marty.
No, not this one.
First one was.
First game took 1 hour and 42 minutes. This one is not going to be that fast. Voigt with 2 strikes on him is going to have to battle. Emery looking to strike him out. Pitch in the dirt again. Perez keeps it around home plate, prevents any runners from advancing. Joe Fisher waiting on deck. Pitch high and tight. There is a base open, but we don't want to get to that situation.
Yeah.
Let's get this guy. and another walk.
A little wild this inning for Emery. I mean, it's kind of an understatement, but
2 walks. So Peters remains at third, Summers at second, and now Foyt advances to first to load the bases with only 1 out, and Joe Fisher up. Tim Moyer comes out to talk to the team. He brought in Michael Martinez to play right field. Mike has pitched in quite a few games this year. Be interesting. I know Tim was shorthanded coming into today. Who else he would have on the bench?
I would assume it would go to Martinez, that's for sure. He did bring Sims in to play second, so he's not an option to play right.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't think I've ever remembered Emery playing any outfield.
No, he's only played pitching that we've seen anyway. Bases loaded, 1 out. Joe Fisher up. Noah Emery still pitching for Sheboygan. First pitch is in the dirt, gets away, and a run will score on the wild pitch. And we've seen these types of games before where Sheboygan has a big lead and all of a sudden they can't get outs and they give up runs. 9-3. And ball 1. Ball is hit up high on the infield. Hanselman eyeing it up and makes the one-handed catch for out number 2. What was really unfortunate, Lucas, was that ground ball to short and the toss to the second baseman.
Yeah.
He dropped it.
Yeah.
We'd be out of the inning. Evan Mahan up. First pitch swing, fouls it back out of play. Into the grandstand and general admission seats.
Emery had been really efficient with the pitch count, getting a lot of balls in play, but ground outs and fly outs in this inning, not so much.
Well, things that hurt were the 2 walks and, of course, that error that we just talked about. And a wild pitch and a pass ball in this inning, too. A lot going on. Pitch is called a strike. Sheboygan trying to get out of it, limit the damage to 2 runs. 9-3, a 6-run advantage is pretty solid late in the game. Don't let them get any closer. And Emery doesn't. Strikes out the last batter, and that ends the 5th inning for Greenville, but not before they pick up a couple of runs.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Jason Sims is going to lead off the 5th inning for Sheboygan. He came in for Jimmy Jurgensen and went to second base. All right. Martinez must have came in for Jimmy. That's the thing we don't know. We can see the players go out and play their position and think that they're going to go in for the guy that was at the position they're taking. But Tim mixed us up a little bit. He's awfully good at it. Martinez with a swing and a miss. We mentioned Michael is we usually see him pitching. Martinez is this is only his 3rd plate appearance on the season. He's 0 for 2. And we're thinking that Sims came in for Ames. We'll find that out pretty quickly.
Ames has a helmet on. It's on deck.
Martinez fouls that one off. Alex Ames is waiting on deck, so he did not leave the ball game. He's still in there. Martinez trying to make the most of his 3rd at-bat of the season. Good eye by Michael. Ball fouled straight back right at us.
A lot of changes, we don't really know where Ames is playing right now. He's on deck, but he's not where he started.
No. Slow roller to 3rd. Pick up and not a very good throw.
He's going to
go over and tag him. He's going to be out. Oh boy. So Martinez reaches on an E5, and then the catcher tags him out. Good hustle by Peters.
Made a turn towards second pretty clearly.
Yep, and he knew it too, because once the catcher came at him, he knew he had to run to second. But it's out number 1. That brings up Alex Ames. Here's something you don't see very often. Lucas Tim Moyer going over to coach first base.
Maybe figured they needed one after that.
Sheboygan on top 9-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Sheboygan looking to sweep the doubleheader. Not able to, yeah, he did check his swing. Schultz in the windup. Ball to third. Kunke bobbles it. Strong throw across is in time.
He almost had 2 errors and 2 at bats.
Right. Yeah. Dr. Strange glove.
Yeah.
Gus Walker up. Gus is 0 for 1 with a sac fly RBI and a bases loaded walk for another RBI.
Another case of the multiple RBI game without a hit.
That was Harry had that in the first game, right? Fastball by Schultz. Gus with a swing and a miss.
Think Emery's going to be back out there for the 6th, Marty?
Good question. I almost think he will because they have the big lead yet.
Yep.
But he may be out there on a short leash.
Martinez ready, I would assume.
Breaking ball is hammered out to right, but caught. And that's the 3rd out in the 5th, and we're going to go out to a break with Sheboygan still on top, 9-3.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Another defensive not change, I don't think. We just didn't notice it earlier. Alex Ames is playing 3rd base now. We're not sure. Harry might be out of the ball game. Chase Schultz is going to lead off the 6th inning for the Stars. He's walked twice. Emery's still on the mound. We were questioning that when we were out at the break. But I thought because of the big lead, they could maybe send him out there once more. Emery is from Hubertus, Wisconsin. Is a Marian University alum. Hopefully he can finish what he started. Was a busy last inning, a lot of runners for Greenville. Pitch is inside. Now we talked earlier, Sean Tillman not in the ballpark today. Also, the Tillman family's not here.
Yes.
Olivia helps
yes.
with the games and things, and Ajax Tillman is the bad boy. Jackson Tillman. Another pitch up high.
Vackerson also not here either today.
Yeah, there's another good player missing. Emery has really struggled the last couple innings actually with his control. And another walk to Schultz, his third of the game. And Tim, I don't know if he's got anyone warming up. We can't see. Markert is up. He's 0 for 2.
Emery's really getting up there in pitch count too.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned going into this inning he had 83. And he had a new high for pitches in an inning back in the 5th with 26. Fly ball out to right. Martinez runs over and makes the catch. Oh, wow. Ay, ay, ay.
Not something you see from your pitcher after you play in right field.
He actually looked like he knew what he was doing out there.
Hopefully he didn't hurt his arm.
Oh, right. Falling in it or something. Jake Wegman up. Right back to the mound. Just get it out, boys. Just get it out. And safe. Slow roller. Wegman gets an infield single, I guess.
Looked like Emery kind of pulled back, which normally is the right decision, but I don't know.
So 1 out, runners on, first and second. And again, Greenville getting busy on the bases. Peters up.
If it was hit a little harder, maybe they could have gotten a double play, but.
Yeah, it was definitely too slow for that, and really the only play was to first.
Yep, that's for sure.
Ball hit foul out of play. We're in the 6th inning. There's 1 out. Greenville threatening again. They scored 2 in the 5th. Call, strike 3. Good pitch by Noah. Right on that outside corner.
Peters knew it too. He was walking back to the dugout before it was even called.
Camden Kunke. Camden Kunke is up. Camden's been a little shaky at third.
Yeah, he almost had a couple errors. He did have the one, but got Martinez anyway, so it didn't matter.
It's a good thing it wasn't Gus.
Yeah.
Kunke 0 for 2 with the walk. Call to the bullpen. Up here in the press box. Wrong number. Ball's hit high out into left field. Anderson, whoa. Wow. Overran it, but was able to make the adjustment and the catch. And that ends the 6th inning.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Kunke, the third baseman, has moved over to first base, and Fisher, the first baseman, has moved over to third. So a little bit of a defensive switch by Greenville. Other than that, the rest of the players seem to be at their same spots. Brad Reinflesch coming out again, but this time to coach first base. Chase Hanselman is out to bat. He's got a couple hits.
Yep.
And an RBI.
2 for 2 with the sac fly.
First pitch is up high for ball one.
Sheboygan definitely a ton more hits than they had in the first game. Even though, I mean, they scored the 6 runs still, but it feels like they've just had more people on base in the second game.
Here we're at one point we were looking at a couple runs away from getting the run rule, and now we're just trying to hang on. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Greenville get one more chance. Unless Sheboygan comes up with a boatload of runs this half inning. 9.
4.
4 more we need. That's doable. We've done 4 twice this game. Back in the second and the third. Oh, right off the noggin. Ow. Hopefully Hanselman will be okay. Boy, that didn't sound good. You know, and it's one thing, Lucas, if it hits off the crown of the helmet, there's a little more protection. This seemed to hit more on the ear pad.
Yeah, that's... Oh.
Pretty red.
Yeah.
Moyer calling in Reinflesch. Hanselman may be done. Walking off the field with the trainer.
At least he's walking.
Yes. Jason Sims is going to bat next. He came in for Harry and went to second base. We gave you that change earlier. We just didn't know for which player Sims came in for. Looks like Hanselman's mom may be walking over there in the bullpen area. Waiting for Sheboygan to send out a runner for Chase.
You would have to believe it wouldn't be Chase.
Thought it was going to be Reinflesch. Tim called him in. And Brad does grab a batting helmet. He's going to go out and run for Hanselman at first base. Well, one of the changes we could see defensively in the 7th would be Brad going to first and Neese over to shortstop.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen because
No.
we've had Palmquist and Hanselman both play great shortstop. We haven't really needed to see anyone else.
Coming out to coach first is Mike Zweig. And we're just about ready to get going. Sims up. First pitch is a ball. Oh, you hate to see that happen.
Yeah.
Seems like the shortstop position for Sheboygan is cursed this year. Palmquist injuring elbow or shoulder, some type of arm injury. He's out for the year. Hopefully Chase is not seriously hurt.
Yeah, that's tough scene.
Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Rindfleisch on at first, not a base stealing threat. Ball is hammered out to left. But making the catch out there is Foyt. And that'll bring up Jacob Neese. Jacob Neese, the Northwoods chemical cleanup hitter.
He's had a good day overall. 3 hits.
Takes that first pitch for a ball. Schultz on the mound for Greenville. He took over for Bo Anderson. Anderson actually finished game 1, went 2 innings of this second game, and it's been Schultz the rest of the way. All popped up on the infield. The shortstop Summer calling and making the catch.
Neese knows he missed that one. Slam the bat to the ground.
And that's going to bring up Alex Perez. Perez with a couple of walks in this game. And he scored a run on a wild pitch. Done a pretty nice job behind the plate. I'll tell you, he's had a workout.
Yeah.
Catching both games. You don't see that very often. But obviously Alex is a gamer. First pitch is a strike. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Peters to keep Rindfleisch at first. Sheboygan on top, 9-3. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is outside the zone for ball 2. It's 2-1.
Perez trying to walk. I mean, he's not trying to walk, but he could walk for the third time, as you mentioned earlier. He's got 2 already.
That would equal Schultz, who has 3 walks in the game for Greenville.
Yeah.
Three one pitch. Bounce to short. Summer. Right through the wickets. That's going to be an E6. And good hustle by Reinflesch to make it all the way to third.
Doing his best Chase Hanselman impression there. Speed on the bases.
Yeah, good speed. And that's going to bring up Justin Schnell. Justin 1 for 2. Sheboygan threatening to put a few more runs up on the board. That'd be nice. Swing and a miss. I don't know. I remember saying earlier that he's a really good defensive catcher. I think he was a defensive player of the year last season for Sheboygan. Checks his swing. Makes count 1-1. Greenville playing the infield deep. Not trying to cut off any more runs like they were earlier in the game.
A's do have a chance to hit a walk-off grand slam.
Anderson waiting on deck to do it. Pitch is in there. Schnell scored a couple runs this game, has an RBI like I mentioned. And a swing and a miss. And that ends the 6th inning. Sheboygan, when we come back for the 7th, will be on top 9-3.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Danny Moyer announcing our 50-50 winner, and I think we have a low payout for the season, $76. Crowd is thinned out considerably, and that's part of the reason for that. And we got a gentleman coming down with his tickets. He's going to walk away $76 richer.
Deese is over at third base now.
He's moving over to third.
Is it Ames at shorts? Yep. And Ryan Flesh at first.
Are we back, Lucas? Going through some of the defensive changes with Hanselman not staying in the ball game. Ryan Flesh, who ran for him, does remain in the game, goes to first base. Nice, who started at second, moved to first, is now at third. Alex Ames, who started in right and moved to third, is now at short. The only reason we give our listeners out there all that information is in case they're scoring at home.
Yeah.
Emery's still on the mound, looking to go the complete game. A complete game victory. Brett Summer leading it off. He's 0 for 3. He's been on twice.
Near that 100 pitch mark. 97 right now.
Yeah, kind of turned down the pitches per inning in that last inning with only had 12 compared to the 26 he had the inning before. But is that 98 now? Is that right? That's getting up there for 7 innings.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, Tim Moyer would feel great about it if he would only have to use 2 pitchers today.
That would be nice.
Pitch number 100 coming up here for Emery.
Ball is hammered down the third base side, but foul. Waiting on deck is Trent Foyt, no, he's not the DH now. He's out in left field. Made a nice play out there too. Hard ground ball, Sunday hop for Ames on Saturday, and gets a throw across in time. It's amazing how that happens, Lucas. A Sunday hop on Saturday.
Yeah, how could that happen?
CJ, I thought they worked on the infield so we wouldn't get those kind of hops. Foyt, first pitch swinging. Those guys want to get home. Sheboygan looking to sweep another doubleheader. They swept doubleheaders last weekend against Addison on Saturday and Sunday. Looking to do it again today against Greenville. And with the win in this game, Lucas, we sweep the season series. 4-0.
That's always what you want to do.
Swing and a miss. Perez makes the throw down for the second out. And that leaves it up to Joe Fisher, who moved from first base over to third an inning or so ago.
Got that home run. Second.
Yeah, and from what I remember, that one got out of here in a hurry. It was more of a line drive type, just cleared the yellow top of the fence. We're Harry's home run was a little more majestic, let's say. That one was way out of here. But a homer's a homer.
Yes, it is. Oh.
That looks like home run number 2. Way back there and way out of here. Wow.
Fisher, talking about Summer being the home run hitter. He's got 2 of them today.
Well, maybe if we had to give up a home run, it came with 2 outs in the last inning and nobody on base. It's now 9-4. Evan Mahan up next. First pitch is up high. Emery giving up 2 home runs. Emery in the ball game has given up 5 hits, I believe. Oh, maybe it's only 4. 5. Lucas says 5.
That's what Bill says.
Five it is. One was hiding on my score sheet, Bill. Emery trying to end it. Swing and a miss. And that's the ball game. Sheboygan a winner in game 2 by a score of 9-4. Emery's going to get credit for the win. 111 pitches thrown. But Emery, a big, strong kid, was able to finish it off. Comments before we sign off, Lucas?
A's really put a lot of people on bases today, and that gave them the 9 runs. And for a time there, they almost got the run rule. But pitching was still solid from Emery. He had a couple of bad innings, but otherwise, a really solid performance from the A's today.
With the wins in the doubleheader, Sheboygan is now 8-7 in the league and 19-15 overall. Their next game will be against the Chicago Warriors in a non-league doubleheader tomorrow on Sunday. And we look forward to bringing you that game. That'll be a 1 o'clock start. For my partner, Lucas, I am Mike saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.